The difficulty of distinguishing between the functions is increased by the fact that people differ very much in the way they feel their functions.
Oh, yeah.
This is what we do not generally understand. We take people to be much more alike than they really are. In reality, however, there exist between them great differences in the forms and methods of the perceptions of people. Sitting in a bookstore at Barnes & Noble, we're watching people. People are not alike. People are not what they appear. You sit anywhere, any coffee shop, shopping mall, bookstore, observe people. People are not what they seem. Some people perceive chiefly through the mind. Other people through the feelings. Others through sensation. It's very difficult, almost impossible for men of different categories and of different modes of perception to understand one another, because they call one and the same thing by different names, and they call different things by one and they call it by the same name. Besides this, various other combinations are possible. One man perceives by thoughts and sensations, another by thoughts and feelings, and so on. One or another mode of perception is immediately connected with one or another kind of reaction to external events. Yeah. The result of this difference in perception and reaction to external events is expressed in the first place by the fact that people do not understand one another. People do not understand one another. So sitting in a bookstore and we watch people, observing them in conversation with one another, like they understand each other, like they understand one another. That ain't the case at all. Observe closely. You won't see it all at once. You won't see it at first. A lot of observing is necessary to begin to see people are not what they appear. People do not understand one another like they appear to. People do not understand themselves. Very often a man calls his thoughts or his intellectual perceptions his feelings. Calls his feelings his thoughts. Or he calls his intellect, and his sensations his feelings. Man will call his sensations his feelings. See the confusion of tongues here.
Yeah.
Larry just ate something because he was feeling hungry. He's drinking something now because he's feeling thirsty. Notice that? Feeling thirsty. Thirst is a sensation.
I was thirsty, so I got a drink.
And hunger.
Have a drink.
Hunger.
Chili.
Yeah,
you need a beer
chili.
with chili.
Yeah. Sensation of thirst. Sensation of hunger. But the way we word it.
Sensation, but not feeling.
Yeah, but the way we word it, though, is the tendency is to say, I feel hungry, or I feel thirsty. Those are sensations. this is the most common what people do. They call
The real feeling is a psychological thing, right?
If two people perceive the same thing differently, let us say that one perceives it through feeling and another through sensation. They may argue all their lives, just argue and argue and argue all the hell back and forth all their lives, and never understand in what consists the difference of their attitude to a given thing. Actually, one sees one aspect of it and the other a different aspect.
And they see it and they express it in different ways. Like one feels, one sees, one, like some will say, I see that, and the other will say, I feel that, so they're not even using the same senses.
People just say things and speak words willy-nilly like they understand.
And they go on and on and on with nothing, small talk. Like those group on that table next to us at the bookstore.
Cell phone chatter, cell phone conversation.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
A lot of talk about nothing. People on their cell phones. Nothing.
They'll go home and then they'll get up the next morning and they say, well, we went to the coffee shop last night. What did you do there? Oh, nothing. And just sit around and talk. What'd you talk about? Oh, nothing.
Nothing. People do not make any effort to observe themselves. So why should they observe other people? So when I sit in a bookstore and I'm observing people all around me, I have the appearance of a predator or an offender of some kind for just looking, observing.
Especially the way
which no one does. No one really observes.
Girls react.
Girl watching, boy watching, man watching, woman watching, family watching, child watching, watch all the little children, watch everything, watch everyone. Hey, there ain't no law against that.
Right.
No matter how
people
it looks.
Watching, they call it.
No matter how it looks.
It's called people watching.
Right. No matter how it looks.
But a lot of people take people watching as predator.
Yeah. So there's a lot wrong with this police profiling. There's a whole lot wrong with it.